Hello there to all the photographers, the videographers, the cinematographers out there that are looking to book more shoots, and that's exactly what I'm going to cover in this video. A step-by-step process on how to gain the leads, how to qualify the leads, and how to turn those leads that are qualified into clients. And this is a really crucial stage. I think it's important to understand that you shouldn't be just getting leads. You need to gain conversions as well, which is obviously what you're optimizing for. And it's a really important part of the whole process. Learning and understanding how to convert them is the most important part. So without further ado, let's dive in. Now, just a heads up before we begin properly, this video is all about paid ads. So it's going to be around the funnel that we'll be building around a paid ad or a paid creative that we'll be making. So that's the main point of this video. So if you're looking for organic or something like that, this funnel can still absolutely work. It just works after the ads run rather than actually running the ad to gain the clicks. You just gain the organic leads from your page, from your Instagram profile, from your website, wherever it may be. So after cold calling many photographers, videographers, the one thing I've learned is that you have a lot of bookings coming through. Now, maybe you don't have the right bookings coming through, maybe you don't even have many bookings coming through at all. But from my personal experience and from what I've found, a lot of photographers out there do have quite a lot of bookings that are coming through for them. So this is why this video is really crucial to understand how to qualify for the right leads. And if you're struggling to gain leads at the moment, this can also help you to gain leads as well. But if you do have an influx of leads coming in, don't panic. We'll learn how to sort them, how to qualify them, and how to make sure that they're the right clients for you. Because gaining the right leads is super important and super crucial both for your client satisfaction rates and for yourself. If you're not working with someone who you enjoy working with, or they're not in the right location and you have to travel far and it's not convenient for you, then there's no point in doing it. It's something that you need to want to be able to do, something you're excited to work with, someone who you're really prepared and ready to work with, who you have a good conversation with already, and who you know better than any cold lead. So the first step of this whole funnel process is actually making your ad creative. So you first need to decide, is it going to be a photo or is it going to be a video? Now, personally, I'd recommend a video of partly where you're talking to the camera, partly you're showing you in action. So if you have some behind the scenes or some POV footage that you filmed before that you're ready to prepare and put out to the people that are going to be potentially contacting you, that really can be a huge advantage. They can see the way you work, the way you're friendly with your clients, the way you contact them, and the way it all is seamless and integrated and efficient for them. So you can also include testimonials in this ad creative. You can also use big bold headlines such as serving in your local area, wherever it may be. But it's really important to make sure that you gain the main message across to the potential client, to the prospect, the person that may be working with you in the future. It's the most important point of the whole ad creative. What are they getting out of it? What's the next step they need to take? Is it clear what they need to do? Is it clear what you actually provide as a service? Is it clear that you're friendly, you're passionate about what you do, and you have a real drive and a real thrill when you do these photos, when you do these videos or cinema videos, whatever it may be for your situation. So once you've made the ad creative, what we need to do now is make the copy. Does it entice them? Does it make them think, oh, I'll stop and read this ad, or I'll stop and watch this ad, whatever it may be for you? What's your copy going to say? So the copy, if you're not aware, is the text that you put onto the ad, just the headline, the caption, and everything that goes into the ad in terms of words and wording. So the copy needs to be enticing, it needs to talk to their pain points, it needs to talk to what they aspire to look like on camera, and you need to make sure it's engaging and not just, I'm offering a shoot for £350 this month, or, you know, I'm doing 2 weeks where I'm shooting for £60 an hour, whatever it may be for yourself. It's really important to talk to what they desire to have, if that makes sense. They desire to have great looking photos, to have a new profile photo or a sharp looking image. You know, it's just important to look for what your niche wants. And if you don't know what your niche wants, or you're not fully sure of the desired outcome that they want, just ask a previous client. Just compare results you've gone from one client who's really happy and one client who isn't happy. What's the difference? What made them really happy? Is it that the photos were great quality? Is it that they made them look absolutely amazing? Is it that they would definitely have this done again? But then look at the one they weren't happy. Why weren't they happy? Were the photos bad quality? Were they not what they were desiring to look like? You know, that kind of thing. So just compare photos that you've done in the past, depending on how they performed, if the client was happy with them or not, and then see why they were happy or why they weren't happy. And from there you can understand what the dream outcome is, what the desired outcome is for your niche. And now probably the most important point of the whole thing, when running an ad, you need to target for your demographic. So you can target by location, by the audience, by their age, by their gender, whatever your target of those is. It's really important to mention this, but the one thing I will say is on the ad creative, don't mention any type of budget or the amount you're looking for people to spend with you, this can come later on in the line. So don't, in your ad creative, your ad copy, or your targeting, try and filter by budget already. That's something we'll do later on, but that's not something we need to do right now, as it just puts people off, and it's sort of the people that don't work with you, they'll just see all the prices and it looks quite unprofessional. So that's something we'll put on until later and not right now. So once you've targeted by your audience, your age, your gender, the location you want them to be in, now it's time to start running the ad. So simply click publish on the ad, and from here we will move on to the next stage of the funnel. So from here you should have leads coming in, depending if your ad creative, your ad copy was all optimized and something people enticed in and wanted to click onto. So what do you do with the leads when they're coming in? How do we contact them? What do we do? So in the back end, we need to set up an automation, because we need to follow up with the lead within the next 5 minutes of them entering their details or them clicking the ad. It's really crucial that you do this in the next 5 minutes as they click onto the ad, because you're 21 times more likely to qualify them as a potential lead, as a potential client. And that is exactly why I need to follow up with them within 5 minutes of them clicking onto the ad or signing up or entering their contact information, whatever the sort of processes you've chosen there. Now what I do is I use an automation system and a platform called make.com to automate all of the leads that come in. So we can set up an automation that comes from when someone in your Facebook clicks onto your ad and becomes a lead, we add them to a spreadsheet, and then from that spreadsheet we use that contact information that's added to the spreadsheet to send an email, to send a text, or to follow up with them in another way. But that's the way we do it, that's the way I'd recommend that you do it. You can get a free make.com account, you can have 2 scenarios, which are the automations they have running for the free account, so it's definitely something I'd recommend. Setting up an automation that when a lead comes in, you add them to a Google spreadsheet, it's also free. And then from that Google spreadsheet, you send an email or a text message or another way of contacting them. And that's the way we do things, that's the way that I'd recommend you do it, as it's super efficient, super seamless, and make sure the automation is there within the next 5 minutes of the person clicking onto the ad. Now this is where we need to use manual work. So when they are contacted by the automation, by the email, the text, the other method, it should always end with a question. So your email should always end with a question or something that will get them to reply, because when people reply, then you'll get notified by your platform, your phone, your email will bong, or whatever sort of system you use, that will then notify you. So then what you do is, because they've replied, they're an actual lead, they're not like an AI bot or something clicking onto the ad and sort of just wasting your time. So the people that do reply, they're real leads, they're real people, and from there we go on to nurture them, talk to them and understand what they want for their photo shoot. Exactly, because the niche has a desired outcome as a general, but what exactly do they want? Where do they want to have it? What are they looking to shoot? That kind of idea. Okay then, so the people that contact you, what are you optimizing for? This is where you need to decide, are you trying to optimize for budget, for location, for their age, for anything else? What are you trying to optimize for? So when you contact them, try and understand this key factor that you're optimizing for. So for example, ask them how much you're looking to spend on the shoot, if your factor is budget. It's really important to qualify by the thing you're looking for, and for the people that don't quite fit the requirements but are sort of nearly there, put them on a waiting list, and you can contact these exact people in the future if you wish to. So once you've qualified them by the exact factor you're looking to do, then we need to go on to actually find out a date. When are they looking to have this done? And when is the exact time, date, location, and everything that you'll need to get the full shoot booked in. But hang on, before you do that, it's really important to show them testimonials, previous work you've done, and stuff that that they like your style, so they know that they are booking the shoot with the right person, with the right photographer. Now personally, I'd recommend having a landing page with all these on, so you can have a few videos, a few photos in there, depending on what you specialize on, rather than just sending a photo or video over. It looks a lot more professional if you have a collage, a collection of your work, and it just looks a lot more professional. Now the chances are they're not going to know all the details, they're not going to know the date, the time, the location, the budget. So it may take a few weeks, it may take even a month to get them fully booked in and to get them ready. But the most important point is, don't be pushy, because I think there's a lot of people out there, they want to get it booked now, make sure it's all done and dusted now, and that probably would be a lot easier. But it's all about guiding the client through the journey, guiding the potential client through this process, and making sure that they're taken care of, they're seen, and they're making sure that they're booking with the right videographer, the right photographer, because that's important. That's a really key and crucial part. Don't push them into it. Give them time, just every now and then just check up on how they're doing and what the process is they're looking to do, and all that kind of thing. So yeah, do not be pushy. Don't try to force them into it, and just let it go with the flow. That being said, I'm not saying you should never ask them to book a date or to find out a date as soon as possible. I'm just saying be careful with what you do, because people, if you push them, they will just fall back and they won't end up booking with you. So it's important to not be pushy, but never ask for the sale as well, if that makes sense. So just make sure that you're keeping a good balance is what I'm trying to say here. Have a good balance between, are they ready to book and do they want to book now? That's kind of the idea. But overall, getting potential clients to come in through an ad, through a funnel, is all about understanding what they desire, what they want, and what do they want as the outcome for the photos, the videos that they're going to be receiving on the other end of the purchase of your service. Understanding this is absolutely crucial to designing your ad creative, your ad copy, and for targeting for the right people, for the right demographic that you're looking to work with in the future. And now, I know this video has been a very brief overview, so if you like a more in-depth video on how to make an ad creative, write ad copy, make automations, follow up with them, nurture them, then just let me know and I'll make a more in-depth video all about how to do that. And that's something that I look forward to doing in the future, if it's something you wish to hear more of. But that has kind of been the brief overview of the video. So the points to take away, it's really important to understand their desires, what they want, make an ad creative and ad copy based around that, target by your key demographics such as location, age, gender, etc. Then from there, when they click into the ad and fill out their contact information, follow up with them instantly within the first 5 minutes, because you're 21 times more likely to qualify them as a lead. Then from there, wait for their reply, contact them back with testimonials showing previous work you've done, and then from here, find out the date of their shoot, when they want it to happen, and all the other details that may be involved when booking the shoot. So that's been the video. I wish you all the best luck with signing your clients, and remember, if you'd like a more in-depth video, just let me know somehow and I'll make that for you. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to take it one step at a time, and I'll catch you in the next one.